Hello there. Long time no, well, any game. I haven't been playing and streaming for a while. Once again, time to send some green little frogs into space, hopefully at least. Maybe not today. And we're gonna do this with real big modifications. I'm running this in Linux 64-bit because I can't run it on Windows 64 because of unstableness, and 32-bit just doesn't handle the mods. So here I am. There's been a lot of stuff I've had to do to get this running properly. Like, for example, I don't have a push to talk available normally free of charge to Linux users, so I had to make one based on another one. Well, and then I've heavily modified the community tech tree. I've rebalanced so many mods and some stock parts to mostly the entry cost and cost, but sometimes mass and stuff. And it's all taking me like a couple of weeks in total, not all of the time of course, but there's been a lot of setups. Just let me say that. So my plan here is to start a new career. So here we would normally have 60% on rewards. I want less. But not significantly less, only a sixth less. And I will allow quick saving and quick loading, even though I will not use it much. That's because I know there's going to be bugs, and I want to be able to step back if a bug ruined my game. It's something I just like. If it's a Kraken, it's fine, but if it's, well, let's say I get stuck somewhere and just can't do anything for no reason, then I'm gonna quit load. But this is all fine. Let's just go in. Oh yeah, I had an old save. Well, kill it. So yeah, we have a bunch of windows popping up immediately. Tag life support, of course, and the careful construction time, and some of you might not be familiar. It makes you spend time to build stuff. So when you launch from BAB or SPH, you can't immediately launch it, you have to build it, and it takes time based on the cost. And then there's a rollout from the VAB to the launch pad that is, I think, 40 minutes always. Maybe it's higher if it's heavier or something. I'm not sure. And tech is also not instantaneous. And a tech manager, of course. And our own tech tree. So first of all, KCT also brings you upgrades that speed up things. We're gonna want to put a lot of points in VAB. These rates mean that I can build one thing, the main thing at this rate, and the other at this rate. I mean, two things at this time. That's gonna be helpful because you can plan ahead a little better. Also, you could buy these upgrade points here, but I don't have the funds for it. Then we're gonna want some development speed increases. I guess that's fine. Let's give one more. Anyway, we got 4 points to spend. Let's spend them on BAB. Because that's the main thing that's gonna keep us back. So yeah. Mission control. So of course we're gonna launch a new vessel. We're gonna try to maximize so that we get all of these altitude records, because the money is really low at this difficulty. So, let's make a small thing. Oh yeah, the part inventory, by the way. So yeah, parts go into inventory if you recover, or you can recover the full craft that's going into the storage. So that way you can reuse things, refuel things, or build faster if you have the parts already. First time built parts take longer, I think. I know from prior experience that 80 is something enough, and 1.27 is good. Then when I build this, or launch this, I get the KCT window instead of actual launch. I can simulate by paying a little bit of credits to go into orbit or start from a launch pad for a specified time. It's like playing normally. Apart from that, you can't keep anything that happens, for good or worse. If you visit Moon and like Duna and stuff, you'll get those as the bodies that you can select. First you can only select Kerbin, I think. But we're not here to simulate, we're gonna test in production, of course. And now if I look here, we've got next upcoming event is Jumper 5001 getting built. It's gonna take 5 days, 2 hours, 43 minutes and 56 seconds in total. That's gonna go down a lot for the next craft of the same type. Time doesn't pass in this build view, so we're gonna go here. Or, since we're gonna be warping time for 5 days, I'm not gonna stay here. The speed of the warp will make this blink with the sun going around. That's gonna be pretty ugly if that happens too many times. Like if it's a 1 day loop, then I'm fine with it. Then it doesn't look that bad. But more than 2 days, it's gonna look bad. Also, you can see my visual enhancements mod. It's gonna get even prettier when I have a time warp on. Just look at those pretty clouds going faster than the ground there, or the actual planet. And we're gonna get a nighttime launch. Or maybe not. There's still a rollout. It's only 17 minutes. Let's wait a little longer. I want a day launch. Also, the KCT works well with the Kerbal alarm clock, even though it's not required. Alright, early morning launch. And then you can't launch from a launch pad. I don't think it even works. It might ruin things. But launch from here. Also, at this point I should have realized I should have been building up 2 things at a time. Just keep forgetting that. So next one will be the 11K. I think those are pretty good for 11 clicks. As you see, it was only 3 days or something, and it's because I've built those parts already at least once. Let's do the first launch. Of course with Jeb. Yep. So, science alert is alerting me for science. I can do a crew report and EVA report. It's actually detecting the landed at surface, like the Kerbal now standing on the ground EVA report, but I can't do that yet. But I can sure do this. Oh yeah. Could do that. So I can make crew report during the flight. Then let's just go for the 5Ks. We're gonna do a small angle, so we surefiredly get into the ocean. The crew report. Yeah, it's gonna get pretty close actually. But we nailed it. Yeah. My knowledge is good. And you don't really use staging for parachutes here with a real chute. That's sort of annoying and a good thing at the same time. Also, since I have FAR, you can see that I'm already traveling to the way my nose is pointing because of aerodynamics. I can somewhat decide where I land in that sense. But anyway, it's going to be in the ocean. And also, real chute gives me gradual and soft deployment of a parachute, so it doesn't just yoink me and destroy the craft, possibly. Even though that is pretty curable, in a way. Well, let's time warp a little. But let's not time warp into the water, that's dangerous. Alright, let's get some science from here. Got a flying report. Oh yeah, and a crew report when splashed down. I think that's all the science we can get from this trip. Except for a crew report while flying. Did I forget that? No, it was just on the shores. Right, let's recover. Whole of 15 science. I'm gonna start the basic rocketry. So yeah, when I do this, it's gonna say that it's gonna unlock in a time, and I didn't really get that, even though it's green here and unlocked. This is temporarily unlocking things for you in the user interface, so you can do multiple chained. We're gonna need more science to unlock anything else though. We're gonna get that 11 clicks. I think I'm gonna want to find a way for this. Because the free science is really important right now in the early stages. But I'm gonna want to do a separate craft for that stack decoupler, I think. Let's do that. And launch that first. I have a point upgrade available. Let's increase speeds. Oh, launchpad reconditioning. Every time you launch based on the weight of the craft launched, you get a time to wait until the launchpad is usable again. I'll get to see those pretty city lights of non-existent cities. Put Jeb in it. I'm gonna want to do a flying crew report over the ocean in this launch. Could be awesome if I could land somewhere else, but I don't want to risk it. I'm I'm gonna could lose the booster. We're going high enough to not require much of an angle here. And I can always angle if I think I'm gonna go over 22k, which is the next altitude record. I don't want to break it right now. That would cause me to lose the rewards of 22k contract. Oh, hello. That looks kind of nice, actually. And there we got it. One thing though, I'm not over water yet. Trying to just get me further out here. What's that? Why do I get an EVA report? Aha! No, I already have swimming. Okay, well, we're fine. We're done. Okay, the next vessel should have goo in it. Ooh, a lot of science points for such a trivial thing. Where was it 22k though? Okay, we're gonna get the other jumper ready before that. Roll it out. So now I should start making already a 22k jumper. 4 hours. Oh, that's pretty good. Build that. We're gonna use another pilot. Our engineer is gonna test stuff. Oh! Kerbal engineer is dependent on the crew. Oh, we don't have SAS. Oh, well. Good luck me. Oh, hello. Oops. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. No SAS. It should fly straight, but if I make a small mistake, it's gonna break pretty badly. So, let's hope for best. Oh man. Stay on target, please. It's drifting. Also have to keep an eye on the contract. Oh god, don't do that! Don't do that! I'm gonna ruin it. Here we see an engineer flying. You have to be trained for this shit, man. Aha. I already see a small snag in our plan. Oh, we didn't get even close to our target altitude. Bill, it's your fault. Or I guess I just didn't put enough fuel in it, but At least if we recover this safely, we can have it back on the pad pretty quickly. Can I make that? Can I float? Can I use aerodynamics to get there to the water? It's safer. I don't want to lose parts yet. I don't think it's gonna happen. No. God damn it. Oh well, it's not too heavy. Let's hope it's gonna work. Warp a little bit. There we go. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Angled. Ah! Shit. Well, that wasn't too costly. I guess that would do if I do an angled launch. 4 hours only, that's good. Okay, let's warp until that. This time Jeb gets the deal, so I can at least have some control over the trajectory of this thing. Okay. So those parameters, have to keep an eye on it. Also should stay away from 20 clicks. I mean 22 clicks. Make an angle because we need the ocean. Shit. Oh, it's getting under 22k. That's good. And we got the test. And we got upper atmosphere too. And didn't break 22k, so we get the contract. Ooh. Don't do that in warp. What? Still has me. Okay, let's do that then. Oh, don't die. Yay! Okay, wings or radial chutes, which will enable me with spent stages. So yeah, next is 22k. A busy day today. 2 launches. Alright, let's try and head up, almost straight up. Okay, now keep an eye on that, it mustn't go too high. Oh god, I'm getting skeptical about this. I guess I'm gonna get that done, but still cutting too close. Oh shit, man. No! Ah! Okay, we're gonna have to redo that. Let's try to land on the shore water. Yay! There we go. Ah, damn, I recovered it into pieces. I could have just recovered it intact. Okay, fuel's fine, thrust's fine, it's just I didn't fly it straight enough. But let's add a little bit of fuel, just in case. Actually, I've gotta go now. So, I'll continue later. See you then.